Welcome. In this playthrough of Wild Ascent, we go into Season 5 of our hunt. So down at the table, going ahead and set up our scenario. We are doing the brawl. So we've got ourselves set up. Each of our seekers are at the corners, and we have the monsters set out throughout. And the creatures we get to go first, except for we have the priestess that at the beginning of an encounter, one seeker may make a free activation. So we'll make sure we'll do that first. After we shuffle our creature stack up. And then we'll take a look at what else we've got going on here at the beginning. Just a reminder, seekers may begin capturing creatures at half their health +5 because of the monster hunter. And what we have going on here, all creatures have on activation, heal self for 1. Of course, the Wisp and 3 level 1 creatures. So we've got the Chimera, Trench Watcher, and a Horned Golem. And with our Seeker's Manual, we've applied research to the Trench Watcher since he can attack a lot of people, so he'll get -2 damage on attacks. We have 2 areas of full cover, 2 areas of partial cover, and 1 thorn brush. And I'm going to try to make the Chimera our first item we take out, so we are going to start with our free activation with Drusus, moving 1, 2, and 3. Getting next to the partial cover, which also applies over here, so they both have +1 defense. And Drusus is focused on him, so he's got a defensive 1 on both sides. Serpent Strike if a seeker has 5 or less health. After the Chimera's attack, they are downed. Pounce on attack if only successes are rolled. Roll attack dice again and add the results to the original roll. So those are 2 reasons why I want him going first. And of course, we've got Drusus focused on him. So that means he has +1 base damage, but -1 defense against that creature. So there's going to be a 5 base damage with 2 dice coming in. So 6 -1, 5 damage there, down to 15. And that was our free attack. So now on to the creatures. Starting with the Chimera. So on activation, he's going to heal for 1. Once you go after the enemy with the lowest hit points, which is going to be Kuralt, who is way back there. He's got a flying advance of 5 and wants to get within a base range of 1. So turn around for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just out of range from attacking. So that messes up our plan because now we can't reach him. We will go ahead and go with him, so he'll do a 1, 2, and turn. He's got a base damage of 2, +1 from Drusus, and 4 dice. So he will be doing 4 damage minus the 1, so 3 damage going through. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to have the Horned Golem for himself, halting, heal self for 4. If now at full HP, apply Stoic to self to gain +1 defense. And I'll just throw a die out there. Then we'll go with Fanny. She's got a movement of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just works in her arc. So it's going to be a base damage of 4, +1 from Drusus, and 1 die. Five damage minus the 1 defense. So down to 9 health. Then we'll go on to the Chimera, which is going to heal 1. Flying advance of 5 while targeting the lowest HP, which is still Kuralt. Just needs to turn sideways for this attack. 4 base damage, 4 attack dice, and on attack, apply bleed. So he is a bleeding, which means he's assigned 1 damage at the beginning of each activation. It's not removed after it activates. Instead, bleed is only removed by healing. Target removes the bleed token, but their health remains the same. And the 4 attack dice. So 6 damage. Physical attack, we'll subtract 1, so taking 5. Down to 13. Then we'll go with Drusus, moving 2, attacking in the back, who's got a physical defense of 6. And I'm assuming Stoic is going to stay on there. So 4 base damage and 2 dice. So 6, 7, 8 damage going in there because of hitting in the back, which is going to be the only 2 damage going through. Down to 15. Then we've got the Chimera going, healing for 1, lowest HP. On attack, assign damage, so no defense, and on special, immobilize. Range of 1, 2 base damage, and 3 attack dice. All right, so special is going to be immobilized. And assigning, it's going to be 4 damage. Down to 9. And immobilize, the target may not use speed on their next activation. If a seeker or creature is afflicted with immobilize when they already have it, they are stunned. Then we'll have Zaxos go. 1, 2, 3. Attacking the Wisp. Base damage is 4 and 3 dice. So 4 damage. Defense of 0. Down to 8. And this is going to end the round, which is going to trigger rally ability. At the end of the round, choose 1 seeker and place them 2 fields away from their current field. And that is going to be Zaxos. All right, next, the Chimera goes and heals. Lowest HP, staying right where he's at. Ranger 1, 4 attack dice. So it's going to be 4 damage. -1, so 3 damage. Down to 6. And I don't believe he can have more than 1 bleed token on him. So we're going to start with Drusus, going 1, 2, and 3, attacking in the rear. Base of 4 damage plus 2 dice and plus 2 for the back attack. 7 damage, -1, so 6, down to 6. Then the Trench Watcher, most adjacent enemies. We don't have any adjacent enemies, so he's going to target the lowest HP, which is definitely Kuralt. He's got an advance of 3. So fortunately, he's not going to make it. 1, 2, 3. And yes, this is one of the, when you're playing the normal rules, he's targeting this guy, even though he's adjacent, he's not attacking. In hard mode, he'd be going after someone he could reach. So then we're going to go with Fanny attacking in his back arc there. So it's going to be base 5, 6, 7 plus 1 die. So 8 damage minus the 1 defense, which will be enough to kill that creature who's caused us enough trouble. And with that, we're going to get some blood here shortly. With a defeated creature, he's going to trigger his ability to, whenever a creature is slain, he'll sell for 5. So that's going to help him out. He's up to 11 health. Still not the greatest. Oh, actually, no, he won't. Staying at 6. When he would heal, he's going to remove bleed instead. All right, next creature. We've got the Trench Watcher. Most adjacent enemies are none. Going under a lowest HP. Advance of 4. And I think we still have him blocked off. If he had Swift, he could go diagonally, but he doesn't. So 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go 1, 2, well, turn for 1. I'll turn that way. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's twice we've gotten lucky with him. Then we'll go with him. He can't move. So he's just going to shoot diagonally into the Horned Golem. It's a magical attack, so he's just going to have a defense of 1 from that. Base 3 damage with 4 dice. So 5 damage minus the 1, 4. Down to 11. Creature is going to be the golem. Enemy, the nearest enemy, which is right in front of him. Doesn't need to advance. Physical attack, range of 1, 4 base damage, and 2 attack dice. So 4, 5, 6, 7 damage on him in the back. Minus the 2, so he's taken 5. Down to 25. Then Zaxos, 1, 2, and 3. Attacking in the back there, which doesn't matter on that creature. Ignore bonus attack. So we're base 4 damage and 3 dice. On the golem would have healed 1 earlier. All right. So 5, 6, 7 damage on him. Defensive 0. Actually, no, just 5 damage. Down to 10. Then he's going to retaliate. Range of 1 and 4 attack dice. We do have a extra defense here. So doing 3 damage, and we defend all 3. Then we have the Wisp. Healing 1. All allies. Halting. Heal for 4. For each creature healed to full HP, assign 2 damage to the enemy with the lowest HP. Not cool. So on him, taking him up to 16, which is 1 short of his full health. This guy healing 4 takes him up to 14 out of 15. So we got lucky and didn't get the 2 damage part. And the round is over. So with his ability, we can move someone 2 closer, which will be her. 1, 2. Then we're going to activate Drusus, moving 1, turning for 2 and 3. And he's going to attack the Watcher. And he's next to +1 defense. All right, so that's going to be 6 damage. Down to 8. Going to retaliate with 4 dice. Getting 3, but our defensive 3. And then Zaxos' ability will trigger. An adjacent enemy in his frontal arc is attacked. He may make a 4 attack dice attack against that enemy. He also has flanking, which will give him +4 base damage. And he gets +1 base damage for him, so he's automatically doing 5 damage. 6, 7, 8. Which is enough to defeat him, so he's not going to retaliate back. This time, that means he'll heal 5 up to 11. Then the golem goes and heals 1 up to 17. Going after the enemy with the lowest HP, which is still Kuralt. Halt. Range of X, which is anywhere. Assign 0 base damage, rolling 5 attack dice. Assigning 3 damage to himself after that. And doing 4 damage. Down to 7. And then he's taking 3. Then we'll use Kuralt. Moving 3. 1, 2, 3. Attacking here. Base of 3 damage, and this is magic with 4 dice. So that's going to be 7 damage minus the 1 defense. So 6, taking him down to 8. Which means we can start capturing him now. Next creature is a Trench Watcher, so we get a free turn. So Zaxos is going to go. Moving up and starting to capture. Then the Wisp is going to go. Enemy with the lowest magical defense, which is Fanny. Flying Careful Advance. Once you get into a range of 4 of her. So turn 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to be for a 5 base damage and 3 attack dice. And for each special, heal all creatures for 1, which will include itself. Then we'll see if she can sidestep, looking for a special. Nope, taking the damage. So that's going to be 8 damage, down to 17. Then we'll have Fanny go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Start capturing. Creatures, going to be the Horned Golem. Doing a damage to her and Zaxos. It's going to end the turn so we can move someone with the Rally ability. And we're placing them 2 fields away, so assume that means we can put them in any spot we want. We're going to move him over here. Then we're going to go with Zaxos, flipping that over and taking the damage. Then we've got the Chimera, so free turn. So then Fanny's going to go, take her damage, and finish capturing. Then our creature is going to be the Watcher. We get a free turn. Drusus is going to go. 1, 2, 3. Attacking in the back with 2 dice and a base damage of 4. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage on a 0 defense. Down to 2 health. Almost hit him too hard. Then the Trench Watcher goes. Karalt can go. So 1, 2, and 3. Then the Wisp goes. Enemy with the lowest magical defense, which is Fanny. Flying Careful Advance wants to be in a range of 4. So 1, 2, 3, range of 4. 4 base damage. 3 attack dice on each special, heal all creatures for 2. On it, healed 1 to start with. It's going to heal 2 more. 6 damage coming in. See if we can sidestep. And we do, fortunately for her. And then end of the round. We'll just go ahead and move her the 2. Activate Drusus. 1, 2, and 3. Start capturing. And free turn. Zaxos. 1, 2, 3. Start capturing. Wisp. Each of these takes a damage. Karalt will go and just watch from afar. Then we have the Wisp again. Damage and damage. Fanny will go and start capturing. Now it's all up to the Wisp. So it's going to attack, doing the damage to all 3 of those. We're going to reset and not move anyone. So Zaxos flips over, takes the damage. The Wisp is going to go. The 3 take a damage. Drusus flips over, takes the damage. The Wisp goes, takes the damage. And then Fanny goes, flips it over for the final and takes her damage. So captured the Wisp. And this time he's usually the strong one. He's the guy hanging on to life. So the 2 defeated, we get an eyeball with the Trench Watcher, which makes sense, and the blood with the Chimera. And with those 2 resources, I'll start cleaning out the board and bring in our encampment. All right. Off to our encampment phase. Got all our other resources going by the campfire. So pull out our essence, remaining blood, some feathers, and a horn. And of course, we have a level 1 and level 2 creature. Start with our action points for everyone. So starting off the phase here, each of us is going to heal from the barracks 6. So up to 25, 19, 17, and 13. We are going to have Zaxos and Fanny go to the Silver Stream, spending their 3 actions, so down to 2. So because of the Veterinarian, that's going to get us 3 gold plus 1. So 4 money. We are going to take a look at 4 workers here and see if someone else is worthy to come into our encampment. So 1, 2, 3. All right. Got a Bard. Charm. Once per encounter, draw 2 instinct cards instead of 1. Choose 1 card to discard and resolve the other. Potential for a loot. And with that, after selecting a scout card and drawing creatures, you may choose 1 creature to take the place of one of the randomly drawn creatures. The chosen creature must be at the same threat level. So nothing I'm too excited about. Cartographer. When drawing a creature for an encounter, you may discard 1 card and draw again. The new creature must be used. And access to a regional map. So the regional map, this seeker has +1 speed. Global effect, all seekers have +1 speed. Discard this card at the end of the encounter. And then lastly, we've got the Beastmaster. Breeding, place a captured threat 2 or 3 creature on this card. Start of the next encampment phase, add a threat 1 creature to this card. Breeding may not be used the same phase a creature is added. So basically what we're going to do is have a baby threat 1 creature every round. So honestly, I'm not thrilled with any of those. So I think what I'm going to do is just spend 3 gold to make that level 3. And then we can see what market items are available. 1, 2, 3. Regional maps, which we've already looked at, and the totem, which needs 2 hearts, which we don't have. All right. So then we have these guys that can go do some healing. So we can have up to 4 people in there healing 4 each for each action. So Drusus, 1, 2, 3, 4, takes him up to 29. And he goes up to 17. Then we'll have them do the same thing again, which is going to max them both out. He'll go to 20. He goes up to 30. Then we're going to have each of those spend an action to go hunting. So 2 seekers going out. We draw random resources based on a roll of a die and the number of seekers. So we're going to get at least 2 random resources, plus we're going to roll a die. And with that die roll, we've got a blank, which means nothing else is going to happen there. So just 2 resources. And that's an action we can only do once. I've got my tokens in here. We'll grab 2 and see what we find from our random hunts. Got a horn and some more essence. Then we'll swap out and have these 2 go get some healing. So going up to 23 and 21. So my options are, can have them go scouting, which of course ends our encampment phase to see what our next fight is, or I could go into a derelict state, which means we finish our actions and then go through another encampment phase. It's fine to do that once, but if you do that 2 turns in a row, then our encampment gets attacked. But I think I'm just going to go scouting. So now we just have level 2 cards in here. So we'll give this a shuffle and we'll be looking at 3 and choose what our first level 2 encounter is going to look like. 1, 2, 3. All right. Going to the mountains. All creatures have +1 base damage. Horned Golem level 2. 2 random level 2 creatures and a level 1. Here we've got the Phoenix on activation, assign a damage to all seekers. Phoenix level 2, same thing there. In the Gulch, all seekers have -2 healing. Healing cannot be less than 0. I'm getting a level 2 Demon Wretch, level 2, and 2 level 1 creatures. And I think we're going to go into the mountains. So level 2 Horned Golem. So we just fought a level 1. So he's going to be starting with 20 health, 5 regular defense, 0 magic. Movable on instinct. If being captured by only 1 seeker, remove 1 capture token and resolve the instinct card. So yeah, he's going to be tough. Then we get 2 more level 2s. So Wildwood Sentinel, 25 health. Physical defense of 2, 1 for magic. The Kindred on activation, summon 1 skirmisher with a hit point, 2 defense, 3 speed, and physical attack, range of 1, 2 base damage, and 2 attack dice. And the Bog Skulker, 18 health. On defense, retaliate with a range of 1. May not receive more than 3 damage from a single attack. That's something we want to capture, I guess. And a level 1. Chimera is back, 20 health. So we're familiar with what he's got, so that will be our next battle. Going up against 3 level 2 creatures and 1 level 1. And we'll see what kind of fun this adds to the game. So as always, hope you enjoyed this playthrough. So please click on the like button below and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.